Good morning, friends. Today is a beautiful day. It's a special day. Is a day to give thanks. And although we're grateful every day, today is a very special day for Thanksgiving. And I'm gonna create a flower arrangement to bring to the dinner invitation for tonight. So I've gathered a few things. I gathered some beautiful orchids or Phalaenopsis, and I have some cuttings. I split a plant, and I'm gonna add it to the container. I have this one to choose from as well. I got some beautiful trailing philodendrons. And I've got another orchid here, which is, well, it's in a clay ceramic pot, but I can't lift the whole pot, so I'll just lift it by the stem. Plus other decorations that I have. And I just enjoy making flower arrangements, and I focus on eco-friendly materials and or recyclables. I don't use any oasis or florist sponge in my arrangements because when the receiver is done with the plant, no longer wants it, he or she can put it straight into the compost bin, except for maybe taking out some decorative stones or rocks that I like to add when I go to the beach. I like to pick different beautiful objects such as rocks and sticks and bark and stuff like that. So there is absolutely no unwanted material that will be heading towards the landfills. And I have this beautiful winterproof ceramic pot that I'm going to use. And I've got my Lazy Susan here. It makes things much easier. And I think I'm going to use this one here. It's so absolutely beautiful. And I have moss that I'm gonna use because the pot is already heavy. I want to make it as light as possible. So I'm gonna start by removing the Phalaenopsis out of its container. It has a little bit of styrofoam peanuts to create drainage, and we don't need that. I'm just gonna take it away because, as I say, I like to make this as organic as possible. This one is a little low, so I'm going to add some orchid media. Just 1 second. All right, I changed the camera a little bit, a different angle, because I want you to see what I'm doing as I'm adding material to the container. And I've got the orchid standing on a bed of moss and bark or twigs, and I have a little bit of orchid mix here. A little dusty. It's just for it to sit on a bed of bark mulch. It's a temporary arrangement for the most part. I make the arrangements thinking that it's just gonna be seasonal or temporary. People travel, people don't have time to look after the plants, and so they don't need to feel guilty about that. So I'm gonna add more moss because I'm trying to make this light, because as I said, the pot is already heavy because it's a beautiful ceramic pot. So let's make it as light as possible. I have more moss here, which I'm gonna add right now. Making a bed. I'm making a bed for the other plants. There. And I'm going to add something like prayer plant. It's beautiful, isn't it, for contrast? And it is an easy to look after plant. They do like moisture, so it's perfect because the moss is gonna keep it moist. Maranta is the name of the plant. Oh, perfect. It fits perfectly. And I also wanna add so I'm putting it over this side, over here, kind of sticking out, peeking out of the pot. I'm gonna have to put a little bit more moss. Let's see now. Let me pause this. So I got more moss here. We're gonna add a little more also behind the Phalaenopsis, so it straightens up. It's kind of on an angle. Can be on an angle a little bit, but nothing exaggerating. And a little bit more underneath the Maranta, just to lift it up a little bit. We want those foliage to peek out like this. Kind of saying, here I am. Look at me. Look at me. Love me. Want me. Shower me with kisses and love. And I'm gonna add to complement the white part of this beautiful orchid. I have a beautiful cyclamen. A beautiful cyclamen. Isn't that gorgeous? It's full of blooms. We're gonna add that here, right in here. Oh, how beautiful, gorgeous, exquisite. Look at the foliage on these things. Little hearts, little hearts. Okay, so I have I'm going to add a trailing philodendron. Gorgeous foliage, so elegant. And I'm gonna add that to the back here, in this gap. Take the tag off or out. And so we just give it a little squeeze, and in it goes. Hey, uh-oh, I broke a stem. However, no big deal. We can take that stem off. It's too bad it's the longest one. And we're gonna put that in water to create a new one. You see, you cannot waste things like this. Just put it in water and you can create a new one. Accidents do happen, so just take the positive side of it. There. This, if it is it can be kept long term, it will grow more. This philodendron grows really well, even in low light settings. Okay, so I have this particular one. Oh, I don't have my glasses right now. The name is here. I'm gonna get you to read the name right there, if you can read that. I hope you can read that. Otherwise, I'll get my glasses. Hold on. Okay, so it is Homalomena. Homalomena. Sunshine Jam. So I'm going to include the tag in case the person wants to know or create, plant it by itself. When I do have the tag, I might as well include it. And so I'm going to put it right here behind the Phalaenopsis. And it doesn't need soil. I'm just going to add, stick the roots onto the moss, and then just add more moss to hold it. And the moisture of the moss is going to keep it alive and well. We're gonna now decorate it with more moss, and that's how we can make this container light. I don't like to make my containers too heavy, but I do like to use beautiful ceramic pots because they're gorgeous, and the receiver can add something for outdoors or indoors. Whenever I have a ceramic pot, I will use it because it makes a huge difference in the look of your arrangement. It's a bit more elegant. It's a bit more special. We want to make things special, don't we? It's going to a special person. Every person is special. Every person deserves a beautiful arrangement. And making them is so much fun. So if you ever want or need an arrangement, let me know. I'll be more than happy to create one for you to your liking. They're made to order. They're made with so much love and care, thinking about you or the person who's going to receive it. How can I make this arrangement last long? With very little care. I have received photos of some of the arrangements I've created from some of my clients 4 months or 5 months later. They're still talking about how beautiful the arrangement looks, because I try to my very best to make it as long lasting as possible. And that's the satisfaction I get from my clients enjoying their arrangements for a long time until they no longer want it or they get a new one. So now I'm going to add some little decorations. There's just a little gap here. I'm just gonna add a little decoration, and let's see what we have. Well, we have a lot of things because, as I say, I like to collect things as I'm walking. Look at this lichen. Isn't that beautiful? It will add a little touch. We have a little bit of this color of the cyclamen leaves. It's a little bit like the lichen. It will go so well together. And I find a little gap over here behind this leaf of the Phalaenopsis. Right there. We have other things. I would like to add something like this. However, because we have moss, it will mold. So that's not a good idea. That is great for dry arrangements. I have another lichen here that I'm adding, a little lichen, and I do have lots of things to add. I'm just gonna pause this so I can look for stuff. 1 second. Well, I've added a little bit of fall theme, if you wish. A little beautiful little pumpkin and Corylus contorted filbert. And since I was able to make it quite light, I'm going to add a few white stones just for bringing up the white of the orchid and the other little cyclamen that I have added here. I'm gonna add a little bit of white stones here, and that'll do for this container. Simple but beautiful. There you go. I'm gonna turn the camera around now so you can see the entire arrangement. 1 second. So there you have it. It's completed. Beautiful arrangement with some amazing, easy to look after tropicals, exotic tropicals, Maranta or prayer plant, Philodendron, the trails, and I have added the twisted filbert to guide the philodendron little stems, and some will be hanging down. And I added a stem of star magnolia stellata, with the desiccated flower buds, and they're so velvety. So there, and the beautiful orchid, of course. It's so gorgeous, absolutely beautiful. I hope that you really enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, please give it a like, comment, subscribe, share, and if you need any flower arrangements, we can put it together here at the flower shop, where we use exclusively organic, recyclable, and compostable items. So everything here is biodegradable, and you can reuse this beautiful ceramic pot. No artificial colors, no sprays, no sparkles. It's all natural. There you have it. Now we'll just give it a little drink, and this plant is good for up to 2 months without any water. I promise. Enjoy to the receiver of this planter. I hope that he or she can enjoy. Bye for now.